Anyone that knows this channel knows that a goal of mine is to highlight JRPGs that come to the Xbox console. So, what better time to look at Infinity Strash, Dragon Quest The Adventure of Dai? This spin off Dragon Quest title recently released on all platforms. And before we go any further, I have to give a big thank you to Square Enix for sponsoring this video and providing a code for this review, which I played on Xbox Series X. I'm Kevin from Save the Game Media, and in today's video, we're going to take a look at Infinity Strash Dragon Quest The Adventure of Dai and let you know whether it's worth your time and money. For those unaware, Infinity Strash is a spin off in the Dragon Quest world, and it's based on a popular anime and manga. Now, I'm admittedly not the biggest Dragon Quest fan, with 11 being my only previous experience in this world, and after playing through the entirety of Infinity Strash, I can say my opinion hasn't really changed all that much. That isn't to say Infinity Strash is a bad game, but it's a mixed bag for sure. You start Infinity Strash in the middle of a battle where you lose your memories and are thrust backwards to catch up on how we got to this point. You play as Dai, who is a dragon knight, a human with the powers of a dragon, the most powerful beings in the world. Dai was raised by monsters and by sheer luck ends up being a student of the previous legendary hero, Avan. However, the return of the Dark Lord and an even more powerful hero sets events in motion, forcing Dai and his companions, Pop and Mam, out on an adventure to save the world. Now, one aspect of this game that took me by surprise was the actual gameplay loop. You get an overworld, and from there, you select three types of missions. One mission type is just a free roam bonus quest to level up, get some stuff. Another will advance the story with just a cutscene, and the next will combine a cutscene with a combat section. I would say the vast majority of this game can feel like a visual novel, as a lot of the quests are strictly watching cutscenes, making it feel like an ad for the manga or anime more than a game. When you do fight, the game puts you into an enclosed arena, something you would often see in the mid 2000s anime style fighting games. It can feel dated despite the combat having some charm to it. The combat overall is simple, if not repetitive, with having basic attack combos, then multiple specials at your disposal. I did find some enjoyment in the parrying and dodge system, combined with each character's special abilities like Dai's draconic aura. They also have their own unique ultimate attacks, which have fantastic animations to go with it, so it was fun to play with. Some missions lock you into certain characters, while others will let you customize your party. While not letting you switch armor and weapons, you can equip bond memories, which improve character stats. Each characters offer a unique gameplay experience, with Pop being a mage, and some characters having multiple vocations or styles of combat to choose from. However, I ultimately come away from the gameplay loop and combat system feeling disappointed. I think there is some good foundation here and a lot of positives, but it feels like a rough draft. And if this game does get a sequel, I hope they expand on it. When not doing those missions, there's a roguelite esque dungeon that you can run through for additional bond memories and to level up your characters if you're struggling with the main quest. I don't like roguelites. I didn't spend any time in this dungeon really because I wasn't having difficulty. So this didn't really appeal to me, but there is additional content for those that want it. My biggest critique of Infinity Strash, though, might just be the game's length. I rolled credits in roughly 5 hours, and the game just kind of ended. I realize the game doesn't cover the entirety of the anime, but it felt like such a sudden cutoff, especially because I thought the story was getting quite good. I really liked the characters, and while I was playing the dubbed version and the voice acting was mediocre at best, they did get the voice actors from the anime into the game, which I thought was a nice touch. The story was getting good, and I was really invested. It was that classic shonen anime feel that appeals to me so much. But then just it's done. I felt so shocked that it was so short. So, Infinity Strash Dragon Quest The Adventure of Dai has a lot of things going for it. An enjoyable shonen story, which I found engaging, and some fun combat mechanics, but a gameplay loop that often feels more like an advertisement than a game. Mediocre voice acting and a ridiculously short story mode means I can't recommend this at full price. Infinity Strash gets a wait for sale for me, but let me know your thoughts down below. Until next time, I've been Kevin for Save the Game Media. See ya!